Venus in Leo, one of my favorite placements. So expect passionate declarations, maybe some dramatics, grand gestures. It's going to really require you to make that discernment between when you are being ego led versus heart centered truly. Okay, there's something, it feels like, I do feel like something's surfacing and it's going to be some kind of shadow. So when someone wants to be in their heart, and this is a beautiful opportunity for them to recognize what actions they're choosing to take that are based on their ego and their triggers versus actually being heart-centered. Okay, I want to see who this message is from, what the message is. Because I'm definitely getting this energy that someone is truly, they're being shown their shadow right now in a way where they're actually, I think it's happened before, but it's different. I've got the Four of Wands here. That's beautiful. Four of Wands. I'm just seeing like the four corners of some kind of stable foundation, and they're just lit up, you know, there's fire. They're almost like those torches, you know, really holding it together, ready to forge ahead. There's too many cards there. The only one that's upturned is the Two of Cups. So I'll put that next to the Four of Wands. Wow, that's like passion in connection specifically. So there's definitely something here about an alignment in connection. So let's just find out. There is, I knew it, the Devil. There's something going on here. I can just feel it. The Three of Swords. Yeah. See, someone's getting close to this Four of Wands and this energy, this union energy, this Two of Cups, you know, almost like something that maybe believed was too good to be true in the past, like wishes coming true. And, you know, that true alignment that they probably themselves didn't even realize was actually their truth, and they're being faced with everything that's held them back from saying yes to this in the past before. And I don't even think they've had it like this before, and I think that's another reason why it's almost like it's triggered them to really look deeply within in a way that no one else has before. Yeah, the Hanged Man, the Ace of Wands. It could be something to do with that energy then, you know, that temptation energy. I do feel it's something about addictions. Something about addiction, you know, like that restrictive energy within that feels like it's like in control of them, even though maybe for a long time they wanted to think that they were in control of that energy. It was their choice that they were making. But the truth is, they've been at this crossroads for a very long time, and often, how are they going to start this new journey this time? This Ace of Wands, they've been given the opportunity to do this different, to handle this energy differently. There's a lot of anguish going on internally in the mind, and it has been with this, because this is what's kept them stuck before, that Devil. You know, there's definitely something about someone who, you know, I do feel like this is coming from a really deep place of soul pain, which means that if that's you or whoever this is for, you have to understand that your purpose here is so powerful. If you're being given these cycles, because clearly these are cycles to clear through, that you've been stuck in many times before with this crossover, with this Hanged Man. So that Devil has been so strong and powerful on your shoulder in its own way, tempting, going into the little weak spots and really drawing you into those dark corners, right? That's where you are lighting those torches now and saying, hold on, that's the opportunity you are being given. No longer trying to mask it with some kind of illusion and fantasy of self. This is burning all those masks to the ground. Truly. Four of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. Yeah, there's something here that needs to be removed before this alignment can come through. The Tower as well. Maybe it's tried to before there was a Tower. I don't know, I'm just getting this energy of something to do with an addiction. So it's definitely that sacral chakra. It's definitely something that is being, where someone's like energy right now is being, the word manipulated is coming to my mind, so there's a reason for that, and I think it's that energy, that shadow, okay? But this is the opportunity for someone to gain that control. Knight of Wands, are they going to act like this again? In and out, get what I want, go when I want, you know? There's something about them feeding off this energy. Maybe they find it's like, you know, this outsourcing of validation. Maybe they haven't felt enough, and this suddenly makes them feel like they're enough. Or there's a mask, and it's like, okay, no one can see the vulnerability. As soon as I put this mask up, you know, they're scared that someone's seeing the truth, and it's like, put the mask up quickly. King of Swords, Six of Wands, wow. So Six of Wands is that success, is that victory path with that Two of Cups. That beautiful alignment that is being found within right now. And that's King of Swords with that devil is exactly what I just said. Someone's like, guards up, no one can see what shadows, and it can so easily fall into the kind of the status quo of society, the cultural programming that they allow themselves to, use as an excuse for whatever this is, this energy that's coming through. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I do feel like it's something to do with their sexual energy. Okay, like I said, that's why this on chakra, it's kind of all encompassing when it comes to that. I think someone for a very long time has hidden this, and they got so used to hiding it that they didn't face it and try the sun. It's being illuminated now. They didn't face it and try to just heal it. They just secretively, they were they kept like cycling through this. Okay, Six of Pentacles, and then you got the Tower again. I think someone's experienced some kind of tower here that has really brought this trigger up massively. Like the shadow's suddenly there, and it's glaring. And they're doing everything in their power to kind of like keep themselves in check, in control, make sure that no one on the outside can see, and just, it's like they care so much about that, like what's happening, that image. It's like you need to start focusing on what's happening beneath the surface a bit more. So I don't think anyone on the, I don't know, I think maybe they give themselves more status than they need to be focusing more on what's happening here. The moon, the subconscious that's driving this, the psyche that's driving this Ace of Wands energy, this passionate nature within. Okay, Strength card to gain that courage over those demons, over the temptations, over the it just feels like it doesn't even feel nice. It just feels unhealthy. Like it just feels like it's murky. It feels like it's murky, right? This is someone who's bringing balance in though, especially with that Six of Pentacles here. It's kind of like they're using this time, this sacred pause, where they're at that crossroads to really utilize the perspectives they've been gaining, everything they've been learning so far. So it's kind of like how they handle this moving forward is going to be very different to what they've done in the past. Yeah, the Magician's upon the deck, Nine of Wands, confirmation. They are handling this. That's why it's kind of like that Four of Wands and Four of Pentacles that came out. It's kind of like they know. That Four of Wands, for that alignment, that whatever this is they're stuck on, they need to remove it. They're actually working on removing it. They're focused here, the Magician, on what they want to create moving forwards. They want to have the tools in front of them, the right tools. That's good. So even if they are being triggered right now, they're going to be handling it in a way that's much more healthy. Oh my God. The King of Wands. And that's the Two of Cups and the Six. They know who Six of Wands, they know who they need to be. That's giving that, like, that Venus Leo energy as well. Oh, that's good. I'm really happy to see that, because I feel like, they are allowing that passionate drive to be channeled in a healthy way. They're learning, who they are without trying to like act like it's not who they are. They're just learning how to channel the energy in a healthy way and not just like try to avoid it or restrict it. You know what I mean? So it's, wow, okay. The Emperor and the Five of Pentacles, okay. This is someone who sees themselves as a divine masculine, okay, but they have not felt that for the longest time because of this, that the secrets they've been hiding is what I keep hearing. Got that Seven of Swords, so that's been coming up at the bottom of the deck a couple of times now. So there's definitely something about they have been cycling through this self-betrayal, this energy where they have not been, I don't think they've seen that they're worthy of better. And so they allowed themselves to believe that this like unhealthy way of living was just, something that they could just, like, as if it's in their favor, when it was just like kept cycling and spiraling them down into a darker avenue. This Emperor is like, maybe people see them as well in that way, and it's like they're really not embodied in that divine masculine energy. Quite the opposite, but this is a potential they have. It's here. I think they've had a lot of experiences that have kind of pulled them away from seeing them in that light as well. Like, as in truly saying, oh yeah, that really is who I can be. They've questioned themselves a lot. They've really not felt empowered. They've felt powerless many times, which is what they've hidden. This, the truth of what's happening beneath the surface. And I don't think it's just about, insecurities and, ego. I actually think, like I said, there's some kind of deep soul pain there for them, because it's been going on for a while. Yeah, Five of Swords. when I say they're having back and forth when it comes to finding this balance, this balanced way of moving forwards, finally getting like a control, honing in on this shadow within and really moving forwards and alchemizing it differently. The amount of times that they're having backwards and forwards, it's like a mental tug of war for them. It's like they constantly allow themselves to fall into the grips of this energy. I don't think they've had a lot of people to talk to about it as well. You know, like I said, I think actually they've been surrounded by people who have fed into this, validated this, without realizing that they were validating something really deeper and darker here. The world. I think this is something in their psyche that they're finally addressing in a way that they're understanding that they need to give themselves closure for whatever this is that's caused this beneath the surface. Got a Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck as well. Could be something to do with a mother, connection with a mother as well. I'm hearing like codependency or something. Ten of Pentacles. This is what's driving them right now. This is what's driving them to, you know, that Four of Wands and that Ten of Pentacles, to actually address this, to dig beneath the surface. And I think that they understand this has been a big block for them, not just in like romantically, but their abundance when it comes to their path of like abundance, career, that kind of thing. Ace of Swords, they're going to be honest about this. When the time is right, they're going to be in a position where they're feeling confident and courageous enough to be honest, because they're going to want to have success with this Two of Cups. Right about now, Eight of Wands, that's just confirmation. There will be those the right conversations will be coming, okay? Right about now, they're releasing. They're sitting in almost like a sadness, almost like, I'm not going to lie, there's this energy of they've been through a lot of self-pity kind of energy as well. And that's something they've really needed to like step up and out of as well, because they've just allowed that to fuel their constant like mask wearing or whatever. Strength did come out. They're gathering the strength. They're understanding their demons in a way that they can really no longer fight with them internally in their mind all the time. The Fool. They're going to be lightening their load. They're going to be releasing this, so they don't have so much to carry forward anymore. You know, I'm not saying, you know, people have like baggage, if you will, whatever. You have your scars that you move forwards with, but I think that they don't want to just carry the weight of it. They want to actually release that. Yeah, so it is just the scars and not just everything that comes with it. That's what they're learning to do right now. I really think this has impacted their finances, whatever this is. Maybe they've made decisions they're not proud of. Oh my God, the Empress at the bottom of the deck and the Queen of Pentacles. Whoa. This is what they can see. Oh my God, and then we've got the Queen of Wands, Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords. Someone's being really torn up about... So this Divine Masculine energy, the Emperor, is feeling very torn up about this Divine Feminine, who they're seeing in a very... a position that's very... She knows her worth. You know, they're a Five of Pentacles. She's a Queen of Pentacles. They've seen themselves as way less than. But I think it's because they're finally realising that decisions they've been making, what's been driving them. So it's a really important cycle that they need to go through. They need to feel like this and they need to see that. So if anything, if they're seeing the Divine Feminine like this, then that means the Divine Feminine has been way focused on herself. And that's so good. That means that she's really feeding into her cups. She's allowing herself to feed her light. But she's also offering room, energetically speaking, to this Divine Masculine to cycle through these, to journey through this healing cycle right now. So that's really important, because this is what's... In doing so, not only is she literally stepping into her Empress role, she really is readjusting her focus, where it's kind of... She understands that she is her number one priority. Her connection with divine and her divine purpose is her priority. Which means that she's been healing a lot through her own codependency, because that was coming through before. So there's clearly something that's going to be a mirroring thing. With the Firefly and the doorbell. Ooh, something's coming to illumination. Wow, number 11. Chemistry, magical, self-discovery. Someone exceptional. Someone's finally, this Divine Masculine is finally going to be recognizing that they, just like this Divine Feminine of theirs, is someone exceptional. Soul spark, bringing back that spark to your soul. Light codes, they're going to be receiving a lot of light codes. I also think this Divine Feminine is very open and in tune with that as well. You know, I think this Divine Feminine has really done a lot of work with this energy that the Divine Masculine is now facing. You know, that like sacral chakra and also the sexual energy that was coming through. There's something about that. She's really, like, I'm hearing, like, owned it, you know. Wow. Magical. I think there's a lot of signs on this journey that have really made you believe in magic again at a time where I think that maybe you didn't before. Creative spark, yeah. It's not going to feel like that energy is pulling on you or draining you. You're going to, that's what I mean by someone's channeling it now, and it's going to become their creative spark. Okay, number 10. Doorbell, alert, arrival, welcome, announce, someone's coming. Engage, invite, transition. Visit, opportunity knocks. Return, connect, choices. There's definitely some kind of invitation. Maybe there's some kind of, something's coming. It could be an unexpected visit, wildcard, something, an unexpected opportunity is about to come through for whoever's watching this. Number 24, surprise. I'm just trying to wonder if this is that divine masculine coming towards divine feminine, suddenly completely surprised. I don't know, we'll see. Open-ended, game changer, unpredictable. Because right about now, it seems like they're still clearing through this. So, game changer though, unpredictable, adaptable, unexpected, the dark horse advantage. That's at the X factor as well. So it's definitely something like, it's almost like you're being seen in a way where, hold on, there's way more to you. I want to invest in you kind of energy. I think you're being seen as someone exceptional. This divine feminine specifically as well. Foggy glasses, number 20. Yeah, there's been such a distorted view, and now someone's kind of done a complete 180. It's like they've illuminated and they're seeing, oh my God, this divine feminine is someone completely, completely exceptional, and someone who they really want to move towards, you know. They're really like, it's kind of like the negativity that they had before, which was based off their own traumas and their own shadow that they're now facing. I think they faced it before. It's just like another layer. It's deeper and deeper. They finally get into the root of it, right? Yeah, mental fog. I did say that they're mentally, they've just been like stuck with it, right? Forgetfulness, confused, lacking clarity, willful ignorance. Mental fog, muddled, distorted view. That's clearing. The distorted view is finally clearing. And I think also it's because, like I said, that divine feminine, she's finally stepping into her worth, finally doing things for herself and taking those actions that are inspired and divinely guided. Someone's really seeing much more clearly than everything they were making up in their own mind. Number 5, balance. I said balance is coming in. That's what's giving someone strength, that internal courage as well, to believe in themselves, centered. Might be meditating, integrating opposing forces, that's within, especially when you feel that tug and those shadows. So even if like this divine feminine, you're feeling any kind of temptations or anything like that, I think that you're way more inclined to balance, find your center, than indulge, you know, in anything unhealthy, excessive maybe even. Awareness, just right, equality, yeah, you're aware, way more aware. Feeling complete, flow, that is divine feminine, she's in a flow, well-being. And again, that's your inner divine feminine, that's really important there to remember. The inner divine feminine. You've got the Emperor and the Empress here, and the 4 of Wands and the 2 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. This is like this. I think that you might be quite mirrored, but you definitely have this opportunity here where you can truly step into this now. This clearer perspective is also on how to find that balance within now, okay? I think that someone's learning. 35/9, September. Anchor. Yeah, stable, enduring, solid, steady, restrain, secure, persevere, willpower, long-lasting, persists, advantage, fortitude. This is how someone's addressing this shadow now, this devil energy. They're actually addressing it in a way where they're being way more kind of enduring. Well, this is the opportunity they can do this now, okay? Ooh, red herring. That's like false flag, misinformation, number 18. Purposeful distraction. They've been distracted again. That's what's happened. Something with that devil energy. That's what I meant. There's been some kind of trigger. And it's like the perfect opportunity came along and they were not feeling in the best space. Like maybe their ego had been like bruised, or they were just feeling like that low self-worth. And something came through to throw them off their path, their alignment. Okay, throwing off the scent, whatever, misguided, misleading information, false flag, diversion tactics. So they need to be mindful of what these distractions and diversions are, because I don't think they realise the extent to which they're the smallest little things. That's interesting, dog. It could be a friend, a family member, someone who feels like they're a supportive, helpful, loving person around them, who actually, number 18, 10, yeah, someone who they see as a faithful companion who is not. Someone who themselves could then be struggling with their own addictions and their own, like, devil energies. Yeah, peer, sibling, supportive friend, helpful. I don't think this is, so I think this is how they see someone, but it could have been someone who they were in a connection with before as well. That could be coming through. Maybe an earth sign energy. There. I don't know. Strategic planning with these dominoes. Dominoes, number 13. Precise. Cause and effect. Butterfly effect. Chain reaction. Lineup. Execution. Progress. Setting in motion. Gaining momentum. Precise. I think someone's learning how to handle this better. I honestly do. And I think that's where that foggy glass is. Like, they're really clearing the view, including on these people, whoever the person this is. Head of the pack, alpha. So head of the pack, number 15. Successful, competition. It could be someone who, it could be someone who feels like they're competition and they're hiding it well. So I don't know. Drive, getting it done, lead, persistence, will to win. King of Wands, remember, this is giving King of Wands. Motivated, finishing first, dominate. Wow. There's definitely someone here who is, they're getting, you know, that driven energy where they really want to just, like, succeed, right? Someone's feeling, they're going to be feeling that again. That's why that soul spark is going to be coming through. They're going to be feeling that light within. The lightness of being is coming through them, finally addressing this. And, you know, I said ego versus heart. Well, look at the heart there. They're finding their heart. They're finding how to move from their heart to not their ego anymore. That's where their strength is truly coming from. Their vulnerability is all the ego. Their strength is their heart. And that is what they're finally finding. Number 24. Love, desire, joy, bliss. They're not going to be afraid of these feelings anymore. This is what they're overcoming. They're releasing whatever has kept them in this false state of, like, believing that they are not worthy, or just like these cycles of self-fulfilling vicious cycles, that kind of thing. Fulfillment. They're going to be finding that. Kindness, forgiveness, romance. Very Venus in Leo. Contentment, passionate, caring. I'm hearing something that lights up their heart, and I'm seeing that Empress. I don't think they're taking this lightly. Fireworks at the bottom of the deck. Wow, passion. On target. Diamond ring. Ooh. When I say clearing their vision, my God, are they going to be clearing their vision? Number 1. Yeah, number 1. That could be someone's life path number as well, is what I'm hearing, okay? Careful aim, on target, focus. Matchmaker, quick, direct, go-to girl or guy. Maybe they are consulting, like, a friend that they trust, like that matchmaker energy, and how to do, like, proceed and approach this as well. Shooting straight, precise. Again, precise. Something about precision that's really important here. Someone does not want to get this wrong. Implementing a strategy. Again, they're planning this. Someone's going to be planning this. Whatever this is going to be unexpected, and it's going to be planned. This, I think someone's seen this so wrong before. They've not understood sacred union, divine partnership is what I call it. They've not understood that before. The healthy agreements, there's proposal, there's engagement, there's a next level, there's a promise, partnership, working together, not against each other. Statement of intent, marriage, union. Okay, so that is giving that 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands energy. So I think they're becoming much more clearer. Before, they might have been a really non-committal, just seeing it as like ball and chain energy, or just like all of their wounds beneath the surface was driving them. And now they're clearing through that. They're understanding their psyche, their subconscious. They're seeing, actually, their heart all along has wanted this. This is what they've wanted. They've just not outsourced. They've outsourced in the wrong ways. They've not had the right people around them, including their romantic and sexual connections. So it's kind of like, and now they're finally seeing with this Empress, wow, hold on a second. This is that energy. You know, it's helping them to, child. It's a boy as well. Perfect timing. Okay, so you could be that this is going to be in perfect timing moving forwards, but I also feel like they're finding kind of this centeredness within their inner child, this balance, well-being. They're healing that inner child. Okay, number 19, clock. I feel like that's a number 1 on their clock, but it's just like a window, but it looks like a number 1. So ones are important here. You might be seeing ones. Origins, Yeah, that again, the inner child. Culmination, incremental, longevity, unstoppable, standing the test of time, past, present, future. That's come out with the anchor. When I say stable, gosh, force to be reckoned with, the star at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you two, the Emperor and the Empress. When I say you're going to be in that position where you can hold it down, those, I was seeing that foundation where you've got the torches at every corner. So you guys are going to make sure those torches are always on, never off. The drum, self-expression, finally, authenticity, being true to your voice and not being afraid of that, okay? Again, number 1, that is an important number here, truly. 1 could be a life path as well, so both of those numbers, or even just seeing 111 a lot. Self-expression, being bold. Hello, what did I say at the beginning? Grand gestures, passionate declarations, bold. Being heard, speaking your mind, communicating, negotiating, rhythm, balance, order, sending a clear message. I have a feeling that this divine feminine energy is also stepping into that within herself as well. But, it has come out with a red herring. So I do feel like be mindful that with that send a clear message, that you're not miscommunicating, especially with each other, that whatever the communication is, or maybe you're putting something out there and it's kind of being received in a way that it's not meant. So just be really mindful of how you're putting yourself out there. Detour as well here, it says. So interesting. I'm gonna get another one for that. Red herring and drum. Herring and drum. Interesting. There's definitely something about communication. Wine, aging well. Ooh, number 4. Developing over time. There has been miscommunication in the past, and now it's time to finally reach the point where you're mature enough to have the right conversations, be heard, listen to each other, bring back clarity and order and balance here. Balance is so important in this whole message. There's clearly been so much imbalance internally, which was then reflected externally in your connection and in your lives. Alchemy, transformed. You're both ripening, transforming, aging well, the good stuff, finesse. Family legacy. You're going to be creating a family legacy. I can see that. You have the opportunity to, as long as you clear through these healthy flavor. Okay, the dog energy. Let's have some clarity. Fish. Ooh, that's like investment and resources. So it's like, really abundant, large quantities, multiplying, lavish, bodies of water, prosperous, finances, large quantities. Let's get another one for that. Dog and fish. Maybe those animals are important to you as well. Dog and fish. Yeah, lots of decisions to make right now. Wow. Number 22, a crossroads. That's like that hanged man. Journey, multiple choices. You could be traveling, weighing the options, deciding free will, opportunity, independent, road trip. Whatever decisions are being made right now, especially when it comes to the people around you, how you're investing your money, what you're doing to create money. It's a very independent journey, and this is why you need to do that. Make those decisions solo so you can really step into that true divine masculine, divine feminine within you. That's really important. Because that's how you're being true. You're learning your divine truth within, and you're being true to your soul purpose without kind of being manipulated by anyone outside of you, even if you think that, it's your person or whatever. This is very solo. So there's something coming up. It's to do with, it says garden, so it could be like an event, an outdoors event, an event where there's lots of people, where you're meeting, where you're gathering. Okay, number 20, number 8, August. Meeting, event, a date, party, society, crowds, audience, community, outdoors, playing the field, public venues. Where before we've got this cracked egg energy, so something did not go right before in that kind of setting. Okay, number 19, false start, poor timing, misfire, failure to launch, premature, rough start, oops, doesn't take off, inexperienced, backfire. And I think that's where this strategic planning, I think someone's learning what went wrong and they want to do things differently, and that's exactly why that strategy, that precision is coming through, because someone does not want to get it wrong. It has gone wrong before. And maybe it was like that date energy is coming through where you both were together, and now it's like they just don't want to do that again. I'm just going to get a couple more just for your connection. This is why they're being so specific. Yeah, blueprints, number 14. Firm foundations. Careful planning, visionary, building, idea, instructions, destiny, roadmap, starting point. Roadmap, that's important. Roadmap, the road. Thoughts are becoming things. Be mindful of your thoughts. Someone's getting much more clear, especially with the Ace of Swords. They're seeing their success ahead, and they're seeing that Two of Cups, and they're knowing who they need to be, that lion energy within. And this is where they're laying down the firm foundations, the blueprints. Destiny is unfolding right now. Okay, what else do we need to know of your connection? Oh, Mama Bear, book. So we've got the bear. Okay, so number 15, number 10, boss, CEO. Finance, wealth, protective, strong, large, muscular, rich, affluence. Wow. Book, number 26, 10, again, October. I've just had like my throat. Something's like closing up my throat, and I think this is to do with whatever this energy is. I don't know why. Maybe it's something that needs to be left as a surprise or something, or just can't be seen right now. So yeah, hidden things. Yeah, book, hidden things. Mysteries, secrets are going to be unfolding. Like, they're going to be unraveling. You're going to see the truth, okay, when it's time. Mystery, philosophy, intellectual knowledge, education, secrets, the unknown, manuscripts, author. Maybe you're an author. One more, a connection. Ah, interesting. You know, with that Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, you know, this divine feminine energy, you could be really focusing on your abundant path right now. And that's what this is about. You know, and this is what no one else can see. But you've got this as well, the letter. Number 27 could be important, number 7 as well. So it's kind of giving, you know, there's going to be some kind of important information coming your way. It could be email, could be just some kind of message, writing, communication. Again, author and writing could be important. Records, news, memo, making contact, info, written documents, mail, email, notes, records, communication. Be really mindful of what is coming through right now. Pay attention to all your inboxes. You've got the glass out here, something about really vulnerability. Fireworks again, so some kind of celebration here, change of keys, whatever's coming through, it's going to be something that you need to handle with care, because there's a lot of vulnerability in this situation, but it's going to feel like a celebration, and as a result there's going to be a change of heart. Something is going to happen and you're going to change. It's going to be a change of heart. Number 27 again. Wow, 27th is tomorrow as I'm recording this, special date. Access, many opportunities, power, freedom, hidden knowledge. Again, hidden knowledge. That's important. New beginnings, transition, multiple choices. Multiple choices again. So there's definitely, things are changing, and it's like the crossroads is across the board. Like, both of you have like multiple choices to make when it comes to a lot of things in your life, okay? Okay, so I'm just gonna see if there's anything to do with timings. Okay, first of all, for the divine masculine, is there any kind of timing for the divine masculine? Because you are currently healing through some shadow, okay? Oh my God, no way. Scorpio, death. This is confirmation. So by Scorpio season, someone's really going to have like totally, at least they're going to be in the depths of totally overhauling this. They're letting go. And that's what the Five of Cups is. They're really letting go of this shadow energy. It's beautiful. That means they're changing their mindset massively. That's big. It takes a lot. It's been taking a while. Anything else for the divine masculine in terms of timings? Just anything that they need to know. The divine masculine energy. Ooh, okay, so cardinal sign energies. This is about time to get going. This death to time to get going. Beginnings, birth, leader, King of Wands, original, ideas, ignite. Wow, when they're cleared through this, there's going to be no stopping them, and that is giving divine masculine energy. That is that alpha, whatever, head of the pack energy. They're going to be stepping into that, their power, their courage. Very good. No way. Leo. Wow. So we've got strength twice now. We've got that King of Wands. We had the Venus in Leo that was coming through for me to speak on. So this is important like energy. Okay. Again, it can be the energy and the qualities. It doesn't have to be that that's your sun sign or, you know, whatever. Courage, confidence, persuasion, wisdom, power. That is to do with the divine masculine. When I say they're stepping into their worth, but again, very solo journey. Doing it beautifully. Okay. The Empress, yeah, and the divine feminine energy. So got King of Wands for the masculine, which is given fire. Queen of Pentacles for the feminine, which is given earth. But you're both the Emperor and the Empress. So you're really finding your alignment where you are really, I don't think you realise how much you're coming into alignment with each other right now. Timings for the divine feminine energy, because I think you're focused on your career right now, divine feminine. So divine feminine, what does divine feminine need to know? Oh, they just wanted to come through. Of course, you're intuitive, the moon, and she did come out with that particular selection here, the moon, the world, really closing things out, okay? Intuition, inner knowing, silence, secrets. You are choosing silence right now because you're respecting that someone's needing this space. Remember, you're creating that energetic space for them to do what they need to do. You're calling it back to you and you're focusing. You're very tapped in. Okay, that moon, that's big. Hanged Man, you've got decisions to make. It does say they'll be mindful of just being, maybe you think this is what your divine masculine has been like, because that did come out with them as well. fantasy, escape, illusion, dreams. And maybe that's that devil energy. They were, you know, a bit of an escapist, you know, dreaming, illusion, that kind of energy. Spirituality as well. So again, that's big for you. Oh my God, that's so interesting. The devil, Capricorn energy as well there. Devil, that's come out for you, Divine Feminine. That's weird. That's really weird. Addiction, restrictions, materialism, shadow self. I think that this to me feels like it's a Divine Feminine who you have been there, you've understood what it means to heal through that energy. And now it's like, make sure you're keeping on top of it. Which is why I said before, when you feel those temptations, Divine Feminine, hone in, right? Make sure you're keeping on top of that. But I also feel like this selection is literally your Divine Masculine recognizing that he's staying silent and in Hanged Man mode with this situation until he has freed himself of this devil energy, because this is, I think, is how he's approached you before, with that still hanging in the back and it didn't go well, okay? Got the Queen of Fire at the bottom of the deck as well, so that's giving that kind of, again, that, you know, that fire sign energy, Leo specifically. Within 7 to 14 days, something important could be transitioning, something for a new beginning, okay? And that's to do with you specifically, because you are closing out some kind of cycle right now. It's something to do with maybe your creativity. Okay, a card, animal for the Divine Masculine, animal for the Divine Masculine, animal for the Divine Masculine. Yeah, inner demons, Wolverine. Basically, this is what we've said, they're just dealing with that inner imbalance, that control, that possession. Number 20 could be important. Power struggles, unpredictable. They might be feeling quite unpredictable right now. Maybe that's not the best like emotional state right now, but they're healing through it, right? They understand, they're determined, they're becoming fearless. That's come through again. Interesting. To you, Divine Feminine, you might feel like they're just elusive, but they're handling what they need to in their way. Divine Feminine card, animal. Divine Feminine. Okay. Ooh, the eagle. Yeah, that's your intuitive knowing. You're seeing things much more clearly, challenging the status quo. Number 19. So that's 19 and 20. Longevity, regal, proud, opportunity, new hope, clear vision and perspective. Beautiful. And that's giving that Queen of Pentacles, that regal energy, you know. You're staying in your power, no matter what and who it doesn't align with. You know who you're here for and what you're here for. You're gathering that beautiful inner divine alignment. Beautiful. Also with that 19 and 20, I think that your head and your Divine Masculine is not catching up, they're on their own timeline, right? But, you know, they're behind you a bit, but that's normal for the journey. It's normal. Okay, card, an animal for your connection. Oh my God. Hummingbird, white wolf might be important for someone as well. Inner knowing, vision quest is what I'm hearing there, vision quest. Wow, this is beautiful. 23. I just said 25. Now thinking about this specific year. So this specific year is really important for this like sweet nectar energy to begin. It's really important. Wow, enjoyment, being present. It's going to be important for both of you to stay present, okay? Rapid response. Yeah, I think that you're both like going to find this. You have in the past been really eager, you know, to like that passionate energy, you know, to be in contact with each other. But I think that you're both going to really learn how to harness that energy this time. Lifting out of negativity, sweet goodness, nectar, resilient, lightness of being. You feel like that when you're with each other. I'm just going to get some timings for your connection. If there's anything you need to know for timing for your connection. Spring. New beginnings. New moon. Next new moon could be important. Beginnings, rapid growth, fresh, fertile, springing into action. So that means that it's a really positive, whatever happens next in your connection is going to be really positive. Got the Magician here as well. It's like you're both manifesting this because you're creating your inner alignment. That's beautiful. That's really nice. It feels like a clear canvas, like clarity. It doesn't feel like an empty void. It just feels like clarity. Finally, I just feel like you can breathe again. There's no like mess and stuckness. That's beautiful. Do you need to know timings moving forwards for your connection? It's a nice energy that you're going to be moving forwards with. So that's good. Okay, fixed signs. So this is about being purpose-driven and carrying on. Fixed signs. So the next fixed sign season would be Scorpio season. That's come through again. So I think this is more about just keep on going. Don't give up. Is what that's giving, okay? Yeah, the Magician did come out. Mercury. Wow. We're currently in a Mercury rule sign, which is Virgo. Communication. There is communication coming. Curious, quick ideas manifesting. Wow. I think that you're both going to really want to create this together, this hummingbird energy. And that's what you're adopting those qualities, you're embodying them to do that. I just want to get another one to see if there is anything else about timing. I think more than anything, you're both so focused on your own, like you're learning how to trust your inner guidance. You know, listening less to the, listening to the demons, but like the shadows. I always say the devil and angels on your shoulder, right? But learning how to not let them control, you know, that inner demon's energy. Element of water could be important, so things are fluid, 50-50, yeah, because someone's handling themselves right now. So that crossroads keeps coming through. It's like someone wants to come forward, but then the shadow comes through, and that's right, that's what needs to happen, so they can see what still needs to be cleared, and they need to handle it. They're handling it. That's the beauty of it. That's why they're coming into this energy. Intuitive, emotional, compassionate. So whatever it is, instead of like focusing on the timing, it's about allowing yourself to really stay into that compassionate energy, you know, allowing things to flow. Honouring your emotion. Virgo, the Hermit. Something about Virgo season could be important here. But right about now, there is that energy of solitude. We've got the King of Fire as well. We had the Queen of Fire before. The King of Fire. Again, spring energy. Within 7 days. Again, 7 to 14 days. 7 days. Something is happening. Fire sign energy is coming through big here, okay? I'm just going to get some quick little messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Clearly there's communication on the cards, but it's kind of like you've got to allow it to flow, because then you can just truly focus on you. And with all these message cards just pouring out, there's going to be a lot to say. Oh my god, that's a communication card as well. That's so funny. Number 10. I watch you on social media and the internet. It's my way of staying close and finding out more about you. Number 4. Just like you, I'm always doing some form of mission. My energy and wisdom supports those around me. That's good. That's positive, especially that they're seeing themselves in that light. You know, it's helping them to see their worth. It is. Okay, 11. Whoa. All of these cards, and there's only one of these cards. One. This is like the actual, like, you could resonate with being twin flames, the actual twin flame card. The only 11-11 card. We are coming into union. Oh my god. The very first card in the whole of this reading was the Four of Wands. That's the 11-11 card. The final card is the actual 11-11 card from the Twin Flame Oracle deck. This is powerful. You both have a powerful energy. You're going through a really important cycle right now. You're the layer that you're healing through, the Divine Masculine healing through those inner demons. Finding that beautiful inner alignment is what you're both really doing right now. You're seeing your worth. Divine Feminine focused on trusting your inner knowing, trusting that beautiful Divine Feminine High Priestess within, learning that compassionate nature for yourself and those around you. And I think that you're opening up a new chapter, and it's going to be something that's going to be driven by this creative spark within, you know, that Divine Feminine flow, which is beautiful. You're both learning how to trust your dreams and not be afraid of them anymore. Someone is really getting into that position where they can truly express their truth, their authenticity, their emotions without feeling like it's going to backfire, and without feeling like they can't handle the whatever happens. That's big. That's not easy. Like I said, they've got something deep within them with this codependency as well. When I say those addictions have been there for a while, they've really been masking their true feelings. But there's something here about really needing to stay optimistic. This hummingbird card, work with the hummingbird, work with beautiful hummingbird, because there's this need to stay optimistic and to see the longer picture ahead, which is what I think someone is really allowing them to fuel them to do this, to go in that direction now. They need to stop thinking though long term, because that's just going to cause so much anxiety, and whatever happened in the past is just making them feeling depressed. So what they need to do, they need to stay present, which means both of you need to stay present, focused in your alignment. What's making you feel better? What's bringing you joy? I'm not talking about unhealthy things now. I'm talking about truly speaking to your heart space, your soul. Maybe it is something creative. Maybe it's just something your inner child would love to do, you know, just play or whatever. Because there's something about really needing to maintain that frequency or whatever that's going to allow you to stay optimistic as you heal through this heavier cycle that's happening, okay? And trust, hold faith. It's all happening in divine timing. Sending love.